seconds.
Tell me what else it says. Go.
We have 60 minutes. I guess
Starting now?
It says recording time remaining 60 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Okay.
And then is it going to count down?
I don't know.
Okay. What is your full name?
Christiana Pearl Stockton Smith.
I'm going to do a few of these and then I'll do some that I wrote down.
Okay.
When and where were you born?
I was born May 27th, 1948 in Alameda, California.
Santa Rosa?
Nope,
No.
that's where I grew up.
Alameda. Describe your home and the town you grew up in.
I grew up in Santa Rosa, California. It's about 50 miles. Do I look at you or here? Probably.
No.
Hello. About 50 miles north of San Francisco. We need to ask her if I should, because my mouth moves later.
Oh. Maybe you look at me.
Okay, I'll look at you.
That'll be more comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Did I answer that? Oh,
Yeah.
my
Describe
home?
your home and the town you. Yeah. Okay. How about tell me about your father. Name, birth date, birthplace. I know. Let's just do William. Or you can
Okay.
even say.
My father, that I'm sealed to,
Yeah.
William Harry Stockton.
Yeah. We just looked up his birth date.
Okay. He was born July the 1st,
January.
January 1st, 1923.
Yeah, we looked that
Yeah.
up.
And I'm not sure where he was born. Probably in Helper, Utah.
Yeah. How about, why don't you share a fun memory you have of him?
Oh,
I know you have tons. Is that too broad? Let's do your mom. I'll ask you a more specific question. Okay? Okay, tell me about your mom.
my
Or
mom.
like name, birth date.
My mom's name is Fern Ellen Alphin, and she was born also, in Oakland, probably Oakland, California. She was the youngest of 4 children, and a memory of my mom.
Did we say the date she was born? We just looked that.
She was born December 30th, 1925,
Yep.
right?
Yep. She'll be 100 this year.
She'll be 100 this year. Wow.
Yeah.
A memory of my mom. I'm trying to think.
Well, or you can even answer this because that's kind of random to come in. What kind of work did your parents do?
My dad was I'm trying to think. Navy.
X-ray. Oh.
Oh, he was first in the
first.
Navy,
Oh.
and I think that's where he decided he wanted to be an X-ray technician after he was he left the Navy
Yeah.
after. Anyway, so he was an X-ray technician, and he did that forever.
Yeah.
And he was Mr. Friendly up at the hospital.
Mm.
Remember all of us kids? You want us a little story about him?
Oh yeah.
He's so fun.
Yeah.
He was 6-something and a very big man and a very happy guy. And when we only had one car back in the day, and so my mom would take him to work and we'd go pick him up, and we'd all the little kids would want to go up in the hospital to go get him because he would take us around, introduce us to everyone. Everybody was his friend, and he was great. He was happy. Joker.
I remember that too. Very jolly.
Yep.
What kind of car did you have? I remember he had a bug. Right?
Back in the day, we
But-
had before the bug. I have no idea, but he loved new cars, and I remember Mom would go out in the garage and she'd go, "Oh no," he'd just bring home a new car. He'd have another car once a year. Anyway, he liked cars, but I don't know what kind.
Yeah.
Before the VW.
Yeah. Okay, what about Grandma? Did she have a job? work?
No. She really didn't until, I'm trying to think.
Did she do waitressing?
She
Or
did that.
singing?
She was a waitress when she was young.
Yeah.
And then, and this is probably my fault, she got back into it because there was a new restaurant that I started working at to earn money for school. And I was this hat check girl. 16 was a great job. Anyway, when I had a date or something, I asked the boss, could my mom come and do this for me? And so she was a great worker, and she started working banquets at the Black Forest Inn. I hope my mouth.
Yeah, don't worry, Mom. Don't look at that.
Is
Just look, yeah.
Anyway, so yes, after I went to college, that's what she did. She worked at the Black Forest Inn banquets.
I thought I remember having a job where she sang.
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
It's okay.
she loved to sing though.
I know, yeah.
She just had a beautiful voice.
Okay. Let me see if there's... All right, here are some that I wrote down. What were Christmases like when you were little?
This is so sad because I don't remember.
Oh, it's okay. Tell me about your most memorable Christmas. How can I, if you want to do that?
The one that I remember
I
the
know,
most.
it's funny.
It is funny. I remember years before this, I had 6 younger brothers and sisters, and 4 brothers, and they were little stinkers. And Christmas, all they want to do is open a present. Oh, Christmas Eve, open presents, and that was not the routine. Anyway, so I guess this one Christmas, they begged to open a present Christmas Eve, and that probably they got some underwear or something silly, and so they were crying about it. So and so got this, and so they ended up. I was on a date. So I don't know all the details, but it must have ended up that my mom and dad got so upset with it all. They said, just open all your presents. So they must have opened everything, and by the time I got home from a date, my little pile of presents was over right here under the tree, all by itself. And I thought, I was just so sad. Anyway, and I don't remember anybody watching me open presents, but that was terrible.
I know. Oh. Yeah, funny, not funny, huh?
I think there's even a picture of me sitting under the tree. I wonder where that is.
Oh.
I was dressed so lovely.
You mean in the morning?
No, at night when I got home.
Oh.
There was no one there but my pile of presents.
So did you open them the next morning?
Probably not. I probably opened them then.
Right then. Oh, man.
Sad. Sorry, that was a sad one, and I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Let that be a lesson.
Oh, I remember Grandpa, or my dad.
Yeah.
As soon as Christmas was over, he would want the tree taken down.
Yeah.
And it was, anyway, I remember after Christmas, we had a fireplace, and I remember him cutting the branches off the tree, and in the fire they went, and I was just so sad that he liked the Christmas tree gone.
Cleaned up.
So that's why I keep mine up.
So it was a
Long
real.
time.
Oh yeah, that's.
Anyway, that's a funny memory.
So you always got a real tree.
Oh, of course.
Where did you get them? Who knows? I don't know.
Your dad's the one who Grandma Smith made
I know.
trees out of everything.
Right.
But we always had a live tree.
But what growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote down. Do you have any other holiday memories? Like, was there anything that you did for Easter or I don't know, Halloween or?
Let's see. My mom was a great seamstress, and so she always made us really pretty dresses. We always had Easter baskets.
Oh.
by our bed when we woke up, and that was fun. Easter egg hunts. Oh,
What did you put in the Easter eggs? Were they plastic?
I don't think they had plastic eggs.
Or they were real? Hard
Oh,
boiled?
you know, candy.
Oh, in your basket.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the Easter egg hunt?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Let's see. And Halloween, my mom would make us all cute costumes.
Oh.
She was
I didn't
really
know she sewed.
It's probably like, who knows that I know how to sew?
I know. Well, that's one of my questions. Let's do that one.
Because I
Yeah.
used to, but now I do not.
I know. Well, I said, tell us how you got into sewing, how you learned, and then what were some of your most memorable projects?
Maybe always watching her sew, and then when I got into school, they don't have sewing anymore, but they had lots of sewing classes, and so I took the classes, made myself my own clothes, which was
Like normal clothes or just fancy dresses?
that too.
What's something that you remember the most?
I remember just normal, well, back then you didn't wear pants or anything, so there were always skirts
That's right.
and dresses, and I always made dresses to go to dances in. And yeah.
Do you remember a favorite dress?
Yes,
What?
it was white. It had kind of elastic around here and full sleeves, and I called my mom. I must have been up here going to a dance, and I called my mom. I said, I need that fluffy stuff, those feathery things. So here's these lovely sleeves and all these beautiful that stuff around them.
Fur.
Fur, kind of fluffy though.
Yeah.
And I think I wore that on my first date with your dad. Well, to a dance with your dad. That was a
We need
really
to find
pretty.
a picture. Anyway.
There is a picture somewhere, but I
Okay.
think I wore it with another boy.
Oh. Oh.
Anyway, that was my favorite dress that I've made.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Cute. Okay. Oh, I wanted you to tell the story of Grandpa painting the shutters for you. Right?
Aw,
Purple?
yeah.
Yeah.
Grandpa, my sweet dad, he knew I loved purple because we'd moved into this new home, and I was the oldest, so I got my own room, and he let me paint my room. So I painted it purple and had purple and white striped wallpaper. It's really cute. So he knew I loved purple, and so I came home. I don't know where I was, but I came home one day, and he'd painted this really pretty colonial home. It was a beautiful home we lived in. He had painted the shutters purple for me. I thought that was so sweet. So they stayed purple a long time.
Oh, I remember that house was beautiful. Okay, I wrote down, what were common meals growing up? Did you have a favorite? Like, do you remember any food or what you ate?
I can't remember much except roast beef
Oh,
and potatoes and carrots, you know.
in the crock pot? No.
There were no crock pots back then.
Oh,
Just probably in the oven, and it was delicious. But I don't remember. That's terrible. I don't
No.
remember anything else that got cooked.
yeah. Okay. I already asked you about your sewing. Do you remember any family trips when you were growing up?
We would go. I remember one fun trip to the Redwoods.
Oh,
And that was
pretty.
fun. We didn't go on a lot of trips. Disneyland once, maybe. And we would go up north to Dunsmuir, where my dad's mother lived, mother and stepdad.
Oh,
It was
right.
near Oregon, kind
Yeah.
of the border there. That wasn't a very fun trip, because I don't think I don't think she liked all of us kids. It was too much for
Yeah.
I never really called her grandma.
Yeah. But was she your dad's mom?
Yes,
Yeah. What did you call her?
probably nothing.
Because she didn't.
I don't know. I don't know. She just, it seemed like all we did was we would go outside because it was like up in the forest. It was
Uh-huh.
beautiful. And we just,
Yeah.
kids would play outside. But it wasn't pleasant. I
What
don't
did-
remember.
And your grandpa?
It was a step.
Okay, she had remarried. Okay.
Yes, she had remarried. And I don't think he liked kids.
So you just played in the forest?
Yeah, we just played outside.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, but you just.
Oh, I remember. There was one, when we went up there was a Mount Shasta,
Yeah?
and that was beautiful
Oh.
up there.
Yeah. Pretty. Okay.
Great childhood memories. Sorry.
I should have given you a warning. We can record later because after we do this, you'll be like, oh, now I'm remembering stuff. Okay. Did you have any hobbies growing up? Or maybe tell about school or what you did.
I did well in school until it came time for math stuff. And then I was in high school and it got too hard and I told my mom she needed to take me out of that class.
Yeah.
It was geometry or something. I don't know. But other than that, I loved school.
Yeah.
I loved biology and those kinds of things. And
Do you remember any hobbies like of stuff that you would do after school with friends, or would you sew or?
I did. That's where I started learning to love to sew in high school, taking all those classes. It was fun. And let's see, I was
Oh, flag girl, Mom.
a flag girl, and so we always practiced and were in parades and at the football games out on the field, and it was fun. And with me and Dorothy, my friend.
Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit about how you met Dad, or about teaching school? You want to do teaching school first?
Sure. Let's see.
Because you taught school in Salt Lake
I
before
did.
meeting Dad.
Yeah.
That's how you met him.
My good friend Dorothy and I went to BYU together, and we roomed together. And when we graduated, she had a teaching job. We graduated in elementary education. So she had a teaching job, and I didn't have one yet, but we were both not ready to go, come back to California. Well, because her job was in Salt Lake. So we just moved to Salt Lake, really close to the University of Utah. And I got a job at a daycare. How about that?
Hey.
Yeah, it was a daycare little preschool. And so I was there a couple of months. And that's my sweet friend Dorothy. She had this old car that her mom and dad gave her. And so she would let me have it. I would take her to school, and then I would take myself to my little job, so that I was getting these school interviews while I had this daycare job. So I drove myself after like 6 months, I got an interview and got a teaching job, teaching second grade. So by that December, I think I took over a lady's job. She was going to have a baby, so I took over her job in December.
And you hadn't met Dad yet.
Do you know what?
I know. I don't know how the timing of all that works.
I think I'd met him.
Because you worked for the first couple of years you were married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I met him, and because I went to a working ward. What do you call those?
Singles ward?
Singles ward up
Student
at the
ward?
U.
No.
Yeah, singles ward.
Yeah.
Up at the U. And I met him near the end of the year.
And you were married by April,
The next. Oh yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
You met at a dance at the U?
No, just at church. Remember I
Oh
said?
yeah, you got to tell the story. You saw, oh yeah, at a party, singles party.
Yeah. This was this guy. This guy taught Sunday school with a full head of dark hair, and he looked so handsome in his navy blue suit. And so I went to his Sunday school class, and he did a good job. And so this all happened really quick, didn't it?
No.
And
Did you see him at the party first on his motorcycle?
Probably.
And then saw him at.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. And then it was a, kind of an introduction party to the ward. And this guy drove up on his motorcycle in amongst all these girls, was talking. And I thought, oh, brother, this is big old triumph. And he had this monkey shirt, those striped
Yes.
monkey shirt, and big old baggy pants. And I thought, okay, fine. But he was the same guy that taught Sunday school, only one had hair, one did not have hair. So I had no idea it was the same person. Anyway, that was funny. And so we just started dating.
And then didn't you say he went home?
Yeah, we went home for
California?
Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we dated. Oh, he took me out to San Francisco. We went to San Francisco. And then the New Year's Eve dance, that's when I wore that fancy dress when we came home.
Oh.
That pretty dress.
I'll have to, yeah.
I'll have to find a picture of that.
Yeah.
And then I think we got engaged like about Valentine's Day. Got married in April. That was quick.
That was quick. And then you lived in Salt Lake for 6 months or so, and then moved to Elm Street. I'm sorry, Center.
Let's see,
So
when we got
longer.
married, we moved to Sandy in that little house. We stayed there about a year.
That white house with the green door?
Nope, that was the second place we lived.
Oh.
We moved there when I was pregnant with you.
Yep.
Does that make the right?
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, I didn't know you lived in Sandy before you lived in the White House
We did.
and before you bought the Center Street house.
Yes.
Where in Sandy?
Right off 90th, and when I go on 90th, I think they've
They bulldozed it.
yep, because
Yeah.
they made that road so wide.
Yeah.
But it was right there on the edge by the railroad tracks.
Yep. And meanwhile, Dad was teaching where? Was he?
He was teaching at Bryant Junior High first,
and then
and then East High School.
when did he start riding the bus to work?
I don't know. He did a long time, huh?
Yeah, he did.
He was riding the bus when we were on Center Street.
Yeah,
He did that so I could have a car.
yeah.
There was with all these little kids and no way to do anything with one car in the family.
Oh,
So he took the bus for years and years, and he loved it.
with his sugar bag, I remember.
Hmm.
When we would go up with him, we would ride the bus with him. It was fun. You know how he'd take us up there?
Of course. And you helped get his room ready for the
Yeah.
next year?
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to ask about, I just wrote memories from raising a young and or big family. Like, do you have any funny or fun memories from, think about Center Street and, I don't know, I just think about all those pictures of the washing machine or the kids all fitting in that small house or the tire swing, the apricot tree, the garden,
The garden.
the garage,
Yeah, that was.
or the car, the Volkswagen, silver. Anyway, maybe
Silver.
that's too broad, but what?
Memories, let's see.
How about first? Did you always want to have a big family, you and Dad?
Yeah, we did. I did. Your dad only had 2 sisters, and he wanted to have a big family, and I came from 7. It was just fun. So we saw that house on Center Street, and I loved it. We had a little baby, just a baby, and I thought, we have to have this house. It was so cute. You have to have a picture of that in there.
Yeah.
So we went from Brittany and Nicole, and there wasn't, the bedrooms were small, but everybody just played in the living room. I remember we had that big oak that big
Yes.
table. You guys did everything on there. School, coloring, building. I mean, that's where you just played, and it was wonderful. It was fun. Fun time.
Remember you made all the birthday cakes? So you must have loved to bake. You made us all sorts of cakes.
I did, huh?
Yeah. Do you remember a cake you made?
I remember an elephant.
I think you made that for Rochelle.
An elephant? I don't know. There's some pictures somewhere,
Yeah.
but that was fun.
Yeah. Okay, then Zach was born, and we moved to Elm Street.
Zach was born, he's number 7, and there was absolutely no room at the kitchen table for him. He was, and I said, Gary, we have got to get out of this house. 4 little kids were in a bedroom, 4, 5, 6, and you 2 little girls were in the basement.
Me. Oh. No, me, Nicole, and Rochelle.
Rochelle was a baby, so she was still upstairs, I think, little.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
anyway.
luckily the house kind of in our backyard came up for sale, and we were so excited. It was expensive. The interest rate, I remember, was really like 10%, and that was terrible, but we said, we got to move. And so it was fine. You know, you refinance and it's good, but it was just perfect for us. I mean, we thought it was heaven over there with all those bedrooms.
Yeah.
It was good. But we loved that little house, and we had fun. You were little and didn't take up much space. Little kids. It was a cute, cute little house.
I know.
Room to have a piano.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a funny memory. I just remember
Yeah.
my mom would always come when we'd have a baby, and there was a couch bed in an extra room that got added onto the house. And so she would sleep there, and she said she'd remember the crack of dawn, Brittany'd be up, and that's where the piano was, where that bed was. Crack of dawn, Brittany'd be up practicing whether grandma was sleeping or not. She was practicing the piano. She just laughs about that you would be so faithful and dedicated to practicing the piano.
I don't know. I think you trained us to do that because I had to practice and then Nicole practiced. Had to get it done.
Yep. Well, that was you. Get it done.
Yeah.
So that's a fun memory. Grandma remembers that. So
Oh.
it was okay. I was in bed, but she was practicing the piano.
Oh, boy. Oh, funny. Okay, I want to have recorded, maybe just talk about the boys, memories of the boys and their paper routes. I just think of funny stories of the boys with the...
I was thinking, Zeke was the first one, and he was always on his bike. I never helped him at all.
So the route was always at 208 Elm when we lived there.
Yes.
Okay, so Zeke had it first.
Yeah, and then I don't know, down to Ben.
But Zeke was always on his bike.
Yeah, because I didn't help him, but when Ben came along, he kept getting sick, getting bronchitis, and so I started taking him around because he was on the high school basketball team, and I wanted him to be able to play. So I would help him, take him around when it was bad weather, which progressively made me in charge of, I did it a lot. And then he got done, passed it on to Aaron. I was thinking of this, how many years we did that paper route. And so by that time I was probably awake before anybody else, so I'm starting to fold papers for them. And then pass down to Zach. So, I mean, they were every day, 365 days, no days off. So this is how it ended the paper route. We had this little blue truck, throw all the papers in there, and then the tailgate down and chuck the papers. So I was going into this driveway and backing up, and Zach was sitting on the back with his feet dangling down, and his foot got under, broke his foot. It was so terrible. I said, just get in, close the gate, throw the papers wherever you want, throw them, and we are done. I said, we are done with this paper route. So his foot was broken, and at least he could throw the papers.
Oh my gosh. So did you have to take him to FHP?
Probably, or wherever.
Wherever was the...
And so I remember him sitting on a chair by the phone. I said, you call and tell him you are done.
And what was his foot? I don't remember he broke his foot.
He broke his foot.
All wrapped up? They wrapped it up?
With that boot on. Yeah. So
Time limit?
29 more minutes.
Oh, good.
So I don't know how many years that was, that span, but you know what though? It was taught him a lot. They saved money.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford the shoes they loved, the basketball shoes or the pants that they loved, and so they would buy what they loved.
I remember them did they have to always put the papers in plastic bags, or was that just when the weather was?
Weather.
So what did Zeke save his money for? Ben save his money for? Aaron and Zach? What did they buy?
They liked basketball shoes, fancy ones, and we couldn't afford their fancy shoes. Jordans, I don't know what they're called. And then back in the day, those fancy jeans.
Yeah.
So they bought them.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted you telling Zach had to get on the phone and call. Talk about phones back then.
Yeah, on the phone. He's on the chair. The phone's right there. I can see it. I said, you call him and tell him we are done. And then we took care of taking him to the hospital or whatever.
Boy.
Anyway. But it was good.
Yeah.
It was good for them. But paper routes are no more.
Nope.
So.
Do you have any fun phone memories? Remember had that stretchy cord? And then we were so excited to get like a one where you weren't attached to the cord.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What the fun memory I remember is when Maddie was born and you were talking on the phone and hollering at all the kids upstairs.
Yep.
That Maddie was here and she's fine.
Yeah.
Remember that on the phone?
I loved that. And then the girls got in the orange van.
Yeah.
And went over. Okay.
Yeah, that is funny to think of being connected to the phone as far as your cord will go, huh?
Yeah. And I don't think we had call waiting. So if you tried to call our house and someone was on the phone, it was just busy. You just couldn't get a hold of people.
Mm-hmm. That's unheard of now, huh?
Oh, maybe talk about the Playhouse. How the Playhouse came to be.
Oh, we don't have it. Wheeler Farm, this is when Brittany was just little. We went to Wheeler Farm and they had the cutest tree house. And she'd climb up there and play, and I said, we gotta have a playhouse like this. So you were just little, huh, when we had it built?
Yeah, I think I was like 9 or so.
Anyway, we had this cute neighbor across the street that Dad home taught, and he was a kind of a builder, and we asked him if he could build a playhouse. And I'm
Charles?
Charles. Yeah, Charles Newcomb. And so he built the playhouse in the backyard and put it in our
On Center Street. Yeah.
the backyard, yeah. And I'm remembering we had no idea how much it would cost, and I think it turned up, it was going to be like $2,000, and we thought, I wonder if and that was a lot in those days, but
Yeah.
now, I mean, you couldn't even touch it for that. Right?
That's a lot of money even now.
Yeah. It was sure cute, though.
Yeah.
So when we moved to Elm Street, we rented a forklift. Yeah, and took it to our other backyard. I wish we still had it, because I think it's still in their backyard.
Wow.
Lots of fun memories in that little house, huh?
Yep.
I think you were younger than 9, because
Maybe 8?
you and Nicole played in there
all the time. I know. Yeah, maybe I
always.
was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me go back to some of these. Maybe, how about this one, Mom? What are the names of your brothers and sisters? Describe things that stand out in your mind about each of them.
Okay,
You want to just go in order?
sure.
Okay.
Faith is what? How old? She's like 4.5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And I'm terrible remembering
No.
anything about them.
How did she get her name? That's a pretty name.
I don't know, but it's pretty, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
She was a very independent soul.
Mm-hmm.
Did what she wanted. She was kind of the first one that kind of was a little rebel. And it was, hard to deal with some of the things that happened. But that's kids.
Yep. Okay.
And then Donovan, he was named after my grandpa. And they're all very close. From Faith to David, they're about a year and a half apart, all of them. So that's their ages. I don't remember much about Don either, other than when he was little, the boys, okay, I got 3 little boys in a row that are crazy. They're playing in their bunk beds, and he fell. And there's a little a bar, so they don't fall. Anyway, he fell across that bar, and it ruptured his kidney. So here's this little boy that had to have that kidney removed, and his little tummy they cut him like halfway,
Oh.
and it was sad. Anyway, they were all sweet little kids.
Yeah.
Don Dick.
Dick.
Oh, I mean, he was just a tender-hearted little guy.
Mm-hmm.
See, it seemed like I was so much older than them. I didn't really do much.
And he was named after Richard, your mom's brother. Right?
Yes. Bill.
William.
He was named after his dad. I don't remember much
I
about
remember some of them played the drums. Did all?
Probably Bill.
Yeah.
And he was good at baseball.
Oh.
Bill. Now who's
Darlene.
Darlene? Do we have?
How did she get her name?
I don't know.
It's pretty.
Anyway, Darlene was,
Sweet.
yep, she liked to party.
She,
She liked to party. Darlene. David.
David.
You want to hear a funny story about David?
Of course.
He always reminds me. He is my little buddy. He always kind of felt like I was his other little mom. Anyway, here's the sewing class.
Oh, yeah.
I made this awesome shirt for him, and the collar, buttons, the long sleeve, everything. It was really great looking shirt. Only it was out of fabric that was scratchy.
Oh.
It was like burl. Anyway, he loved that shirt, but I think I felt bad because it was so well done, but such the wrong fabric for any kind of a shirt. Anyway, I remember it was green.
Oh. He reminds you of it?
Mm-hmm. He does. Yeah. He is a sweet boy. Always a sweet boy. That little David.
Yeah.
I remember he, back how many years ago, they didn't really know what dyslexia was.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, that's what he has. And I think he would spend hours with my mom reading. And I don't know how he worked through that. Anyway,
But he did.
he did.
Yeah.
He did. Graduated from college. Reads and reads. How do you read when things are all backwards? I don't know how you figure that out. Anyway.
He figured it out.
Yep. That's really sad about me not knowing much about my brothers and sisters, huh?
Well,
I was older.
Yeah, you were a lot older.
And I was just, it seemed like I was always gone,
Yeah,
always
and then-
doing things, always busy. No excuse, but
And then you lived in a different state. And
when I went to school?
yeah. Yeah. Okay, Mom. Let's see. What?
Maybe I'll think of some things, huh?
Yeah, we can come back.
19 minutes.
Oh,
We've been,
we've been at this for a while. Share some stories about your spouse.
let's see.
We could tell a lot of great stories about Dad. You can do that one, Mom. Or you can do, what are some personal values that are very important to you? Things that are important to you.
Let's do spouse.
Okay.
That was what for a while, Dad was into bikes. He loved biking, and he bought himself a really nice skinny tired bike.
Did he have motorcycles at the same time?
Okay, when we got married, I told him that,
Yeah, that's a good story.
yeah, I told him, I said, they always scared me. Did he get in an accident on a motorcycle? I don't think so. But what he did was very kind. He said, okay, I'm going to sell my motorcycle. So he bought, 2 Honda 90s. They're little red motorcycles, and 2 bikes. And so we had fun on those going in the mountains. Schwinn bikes.
Well, I remember they were green.
They were green.
Okay, sorry. Tell me about the
Hondas. Yeah, they were fun just in the mountains and driving around. So that was fun. And the bikes were good. And so he wanted to, that was before he got on the bus thing.
Yeah.
He was riding his bike to school, and he got in an accident. Oh, what he did was he went off, you know how the road, and then there's a little, there's pavement, and then there's dirt.
Yeah.
Well, his bike went off there and he hurt himself. So he didn't do that anymore.
He always loved to ride his bike, didn't he?
He did. Yes, clear
He
back
did.
then, huh?
Yeah. How did you get the motorcycles up to the mountains?
We had a rack on the back of the car that the wheels fit in.
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
he did. He liked, and then we lived in Murray, and the park was right across the street. So Dad would always ride his bike.
He got more of a mountain bike.
Yeah, after that. You want to hear about the I was thinking about Murray Park and
Of
how
course.
and here we have all these kids, and we got them all free swimming lessons because back in the day, if you'd sit in line when they had registration, you'd sit in line, and then if you were first up, you could register all your kids for swimming lessons. So he'd take his little chair, go over to the park, and sit there, and just wait. And Murray was an amazing place to raise a family. So all that was free.
The swimming lessons?
Yes. Back in the day, you'd wait in line and get your turn and register all your kids, and there you go.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he loved to swim.
He loved to swim. Well, that's a fun story about him. They used to have that little kid pool,
Yeah,
and he'd be the hit of the pool.
he would. Uh-huh.
He'd have all the little kids, not only his own, but other kids doing, what did he call the whale? Well,
Something with the waves.
he'd do these waves,
Yeah.
and anyway, kids would love him. Yep. Oh, and he'd see how long he could hold his breath from one end of the pool, and the kids would try to follow. Remember, from one end of the pool to the other, hold his breath and
Yeah.
swim. Yeah.
I remember we'd swim almost every day of the summer.
Mm-hmm. When you have 9 kids, that's in your husband's home. That was a fun thing for everybody to do
So fun.
every day. Swimming,
Yep.
swim pass.
Yeah, I remember the swim pass. Okay, Mom. Oh, how about, did I ask, what are some, do you want to do this one? Do you want to do, what are some personal values that are important to you? What have you done or doing to teach these values to your children, grandchildren, others? I could talk about you. I feel like gratitude's really important to you. Okay, think about that. Or how about tell about some of the most notable people in your life? Or list a few significant events or experiences in your life and explain what effects they've had on you. Popular fads you experienced during your life? Those are all so different, but
What do you want me to do? Those are a lot.
That was a lot. Why don't you do the fads first? What are some of the popular fads you experienced during your life?
Okay, I kind of grew up in the hippie era. No, I just kind of missed it. Did I? I was a little hippie-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fad. Short skirts were a fad. Oh,
Hair?
go-go boots.
Oh, what? And yeah.
Boots, short skirts.
Talk about your hair. The orange cans.
Oh,
Right?
my hair was long and so pretty. Long and so pretty. So to get a little curl in my hair, I'd curl my hair with orange juice cans. Now there's a picture of that somewhere. So that was fun.
How did you get it to stay?
I don't know, bobby pins. Do you even know what a bobby pin is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. What other fads? That's about all. Long straight hair, parted in the middle. Yeah,
Pretty.
yeah, that's about all.
How about do the personal values that are important to you?
Okay. Like Brittany said, gratitude seems to always come up. And this will get me too emotional.
I know. Sorry. It's okay.
There's just so many scriptures that if we're grateful, we are so blessed and happy when we're grateful for what we have. And so that's hard when kids don't express that. I mean, it doesn't take much to say thank you. That's all. But that's important to me. Being honest was important to my mom and is important to me. We'd find something on the street, and we'd say, "Oh, Mom, look what I found," you know. And she says, "Is it yours?" We'd say, "No." And so, well, put it back then. It doesn't belong to you whether you find it or not. not yours. She was totally honest, and I try to be.
Have integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Dad was that way too. I remember when I was a teenager, tapes, he would not let me record tapes or something because that was not, anyway,
Yes, for sure.
okay.
What else?
Yeah, those are great, Mom. I know those are really important to you. If you could go back and do, yeah, just if you can think of anything you can say. If you could go back and do things over, what would you change?
Oh,
Anything?
I don't know. I've thought about that, and I think, I would not want to go back and do things over again. Maybe teaching my kids, because I was, back in the day, we just, I went to seminary, and I love seminary. I just wasn't that well versed in scriptures and those kinds of things, and I wish I was better so that I could have encouraged my kids better.
You did great, Mom. I remember the kitchen table. That was your study, your and Dad's study. There was always stuff on the kitchen table.
Yeah. But other than that, life is good.
You remember Dad in his corner? Talk about your kitchen table office. The plastic. You'd always have your books right there. And Dad would have his corner. And the recorder.
Yep. Yep. Kitchen table.
With your books, your scriptures.
Yep, that's about all the room we had. Kitchen table, it was great.
Yeah. Okay. 8 more minutes. Let's use it up. Did you think about some of the most notable people in your life? Or people that were important to you?
It's terrible, huh? Other than my mom.
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah.
We weren't very close to extended family. We lived kind of far an hour, but back then it seemed far. But we didn't see very many people.
You mean from Violet or from?
Yeah, all of
them. They were in
them.
California?
Yeah. Yeah, they were in California. We were in California.
Yeah.
But we just didn't see them. So, I don't know. Other than a few church people that were
Yeah.
bishops that were kind
Yeah.
and had, took an interest in us. But I can't think of too many influential people.
Yeah, that's good. The people that are closest to you.
Mm.
Okay, how about why don't you finish talk about some of the things that you love to do nowadays? What do you love? What keeps you busy?
Keeps me busy. I love my crossing guard job. The kids want me to quit, but it seems like every day there's somebody or some little person says something that I think, you know what? That's just a little priceless. They appreciate me,
Yeah.
I love doing that. I'll quit whenever. And I love working at the daycare because they appreciate me. They like me. The kids like me. And it keeps me busy.
temple, reading,
Temple,
shopping.
reading.
How do you shop for your big family, Mom? You always know just the thing. Talk about how your shopping has improved over the years.
Oh, I just I have fun just going shopping, and I think that would be. I just buy some.
Fun for Shelby, the nutcrackers, or you always just know.
I don't know. Maybe that's just. I'm grateful for that. I just get things, and then I have a little stash in my closet, and something comes up, and I go, that's perfect. You know, that's just a blessing. I don't do that much, but it's really fun for me, and I'm grateful for those kids. That's why I hope that they will be grateful, because I take a lot of care
Yep.
at trying to help them.
Yeah.
I can do better, but just do what you can, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I love. I love to read.
Yep.
Oh, just since we moved, I've got Hallmark Station, and I enjoy watching those good, wholesome, happy shows. I think, Christy, why are you watching this? And then I think, okay, if something in that show makes you smile, then it's worth it, right?
Oh, yes.
Something makes you smile? Yeah. Anyway, I enjoy what I'm doing. I probably should do temple more.
Oh, you tell about the funny time you went to the Russian show. Usually try to go on Saturdays sometimes.
Yeah. I've decided I don't go at 3:30 anymore, and I thought, well, it's okay. I can put the headphones on. But this one time it was Russian, and I thought, oh, that'll be cool. And and it was so, I know what it was supposed to say, and then I was trying to read the Russian subtitle here and Russian in my ears, and by the time I was done, I think I had a bad headache. But I thought, oh my goodness, how those people learned Russian. Well, they do. When they're babies, they learn Russian instead of English. But that was an experience that I will not do again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's one of your favorite things about your house that you live in right now?
I love my garage. I love the laundry room right there, and I love that everything I need is on one floor.
Why do you love the garage?
Because my car is protected. I don't have to scrape. You know how many years I scraped windows? 40, 30 years.
Yeah.
So it's heaven.
And you love the washer.
And I love the lights that are on my front. I feel like people will stay away from me if all the lights are on. And there's lots of lights that go on at night. I love that.
Your washroom on the main floor. What else?
And the kitchen's right there. There's enough room for lots of people. They're kind of outgrowing the house, but it's big. There's upstairs, kids can play up there. It's wonderful. So right now it's perfect for me. I'm grateful I can be there.
What are some of your favorite meals or your favorite snacks?
Chocolate anything. See's candy. Oh, those are so good, Brittany. Thank you. Yeah, Grandma loves chocolate.
What's a favorite meal?
I still like mashed potatoes and gravy and chicken.
What's your favorite breakfast?
Toast. Toast and hot chocolate.
Peanut butter?
Yeah, I do that, and it reminds me of Dad. He would dunk his peanut butter toast and hot chocolate, and I think, oh, yep, I know why he likes it.
Yeah, 'cause it's like a hot peanut butter cup.
Yeah, delicious. So, well,
What's your favorite color?
I don't know. I like pink, purple, green.
Tell us about your wedding ring in our last minute.
Dad drew this, and we loved it, and so we just looked everywhere to try to find one or have it made. And we found one, and we found this, and it was perfect. Then your dad loses his in Maui.
Mom. That's when he was losing his memory.
He got so skinny.
Oh.
He got so skinny that it must have slipped off when we were on vacation. He goes, "Oh, Christy, I can't find my ring." I said, "Oh man, that's too bad." But anyway, it's beautiful, and I still love it.